This is a sequel of a Performante story. For those who haven't had enough, this is the continuation of the story for those who want to be really fast at the racing track. If you are the one who wants to be super fast at the racing track, if you need this pinpoint accuracy, then this Huracan STO is made for you. For some reason, this car has got something that all the other cars we've been shooting in Dubai seem to lack. You see now, I simply can't make up my mind. I just can't tell you what's so special about this automobile. But when I get inside of this Lamborghini, this particular car, either it's because of its unique V10 engine sound, or it's because of its configuration. By the way, I have to emphasize that this car has become much more roomy. And when I say it, I mean it. I can even turn my head, look! And now I can do like this, and like this, and like this, comparing to what I could do before. Fun. Yeah. This car is a perfect balance between all of the fast cars. What a surprise from Lamborghini. I don't like the behavior of its ass though. To be honest, it always feels like it's going somewhere. The Performante felt better in this question. What the hell is that thing? And the 500 question is, what the hell is this thing? Be welcome to leave your comments below this video if you have any clues. Who the f*** cares? It's amazing! Well guys, even despite that, the Lamborghini SVJ is bigger than this car. Its interior is still less roomy. And frankly speaking, I'm already sick and tired of that carbon fiber. That's what the previous cars were lacking, and now we've got it. And there is nothing revolutionary about it. So as for me, I wouldn't be happy to overpay for all of this stuff. And it's actually similar to Audi's, only with different pictures and fingerprints. Also, there's such an interesting thing as LDVI. It shows things like the temperature of brake fluid for each wheel, and also the tire pressure for each wheel. And I'll keep it up to you to decide how necessary and important this information really is. Maybe if you daily drive this car to work in some super sport mode, you need to control all those things, but I doubt you can overheat it. And of course it's got other unique modes. The first is this blue one, it's called Pioggia. It literally translates like rain, so it's obvious this is a rain mode. And the next one is called Trofeo. These Italians always find some new words for their modes. That translates like trophy. And also there's an STO. This car shifts so fast. The brakes are amazing. Oh my god. Actually, after I have driven it for some time, I began to like the Performante even more than this STO. The STO feels to be made for sport only. This is a car for a racing track, simply because, well, this car is not the best choice for some street racing. Most likely you're gonna lose even the acceleration from 0 to 60, while the Performante is better for the city even because of its all-wheel drive. You can even drive it in winter. Yeah, I already see you guys laughing at me for these words, saying how stupid that is to drive such a car in winter in Russia. But come on, you already know Davidich is crazy. I think I'd better buy a Performante. I've already tested lots of these supercars, and if it ever seriously comes to the choice which one to buy, let's cross out the Bugatti Divo, of course. All jokes aside, only the cars I can afford myself. The best choice would be a Performante. I just need to pick a color, but still I like how this automobile looks like. If you ask my opinion, I would say it looks much more beautiful and much more aggressive than the Performante. Damn, the shapes are so aggressive, there's nothing unnecessary. Look, the air gets inside here. Then it goes through the radiator in the front of the car, and it comes out from there. In the back it's got its own unique spoiler, and the body kit. Let's open the bonnet and check what's inside there. We've got this plastic opener that goes with the key. It feels like it's been 3D printed. It feels so nice to touch. First you have to insert it. Oh, I don't even have to turn it, I'm an idiot. I thought I had to insert and then turn it, but I needed just to touch it instead. Okay, seam, salabim. Open sesame. What a wonderful carbon element. My mechanic, who usually maintained my Golden X5, is already sick and tired to fix my klaxon. I'm sure you men gonna love it. You just take a look, how amazingly it's done on this car. The main secret in opening such things is not make myself buy anything. That's strange. Well, that's the disadvantages of being half Kazakh and half Georgian. Both of us only half Russian. Fully Russian guys would find the way to open it, but I'd rather say f*** it. The audience, forgive us. I just don't want to buy this piece of junk. I'm even afraid to find out how much it costs if I break it. But don't worry, I'm gonna describe it for you. It's got a V10 and it's okay. Well, the V10 is somehow cooler than the V12 for some reason. I like the naturally aspirated V12, but the turbo V12, forget about it. Well, the V8 mostly sounds okay, not all the cars of course, but the V10, every car with the V10 sounds incredible. By the way, this car also can switch off half of its cylinders, same as the Performante did. It's waking up. I may assume that I can be mistaken, but for some reason it feels like they have upgraded the transmission. The Performante shifting was incredibly fast, but this car shifts. It shifts like instantly. Well, the start is obviously not his thing. When I was a little shit-ass, I told my dad that must be impossible to have enough of driving, cause that's the most awesome thing to do. And he told me I was too small to understand it. You'll have enough when you get older, he said. Perhaps you would even feel tired from driving, son. Often you're gonna be driving for some work stuff without any pleasure. I disagreed with him, saying no way. And when I grew up, I still never changed my views. I never even thought I could ever have enough. I never had a clue how that feels, because driving is so much fun. And I had that feeling up to this day. I thought it's impossible to get tired of these insane fast cars. It turns out that you can. It's possible. Now I even like to shoot a test drive of some Lada, or at least my favorite Kias for God's sake. I would gladly shoot a test drive of another BMW or Mercedes. Cause I'm done. I'm literally sick and tired of these supercars and this carbon fiber ceramic brakes, and I don't like these streamlined sleek shapes anymore. Neither I want to see this sharp, wedge-shaped design. I just want to test drive some regular piece of shit. I'm hungry for it. But nevertheless, before this test drive is over, I wouldn't be me if I didn't take this car to the racing track. So it's 27 degrees Celsius from the outside. And it's only me and Dubai Autodrome and no one else miles away. And I'm accompanied by a beautiful girl whose name is Lamborghini Huracan STO. And it was brought out and brought up especially for places like this, because it's only here where she can show all of her beauty. This car is wearing the most porous tires in the world, made by Bridgestone. Once I saw the same car but wearing Michelin tires, and I'm pretty sure that car behaves itself much better than this one. The dynamics is insane, but at the same time it feels much more comfortable than a racing car. And it doesn't feel like one. It feels like a supercar that doesn't mind taking you from home to the racing track, and it will gladly have fun with you and then take you home. You just look how fast it is. Just feel the speed. I'm hard right now. This car makes me feel horny. What a bitch. 150 miles per hour, easily like a hot knife through the butter. But when I hit the brakes, it stops like immediately. To be honest, the 720 McLaren didn't feel that awesome when I drove it on the racing track. Just listen to it. This car is an explosion. This car is a bully. It's like, what? Who are you? Ferrari, get over here. Move your ass. Jesus Christ, you just check this out. It perfectly keeps the trajectory. Now I see it, they made this rear-wheel drive perfect. This car's got some insane grip and I can only imagine how good it will be on Michelin tires. That must be amazing. This car is insane. I wouldn't buy myself this STO, simply because it's a bitch. This car is a crazy, stupid bitch, and I just don't want to mess with her. If you have a spare $500,000 to spend on this car, it will have to settle at the racing track. If there is a racing track near the metropolis you live in, you will just come there and have fun, because this car's got nothing to do in the city. If you ever see a Lamborghini STO in the city, it's one of two things. Either there's a sane guy just driving his STO to the racing track, or this is some crazy Russian fella, because only Russian can take an STO to drive for a donut. If that was me, I would buy a Performante. So, after that yesterday ride on the racing track, I caught myself thinking that I would definitely buy the same exact automobile if I lived in Dubai, that's for sure. And I would choose this automobile not because of its acceleration or its top speed, but because of its image and appearance, because of its architecture, its interior and comfortability, and also because of its quality. And of course the price is very important for me too. I would say that the price for this car is quite sane, and if you compare it to other super or hypercars, the price turns out to be quite reasonable. It's about $500,000. But unfortunately, there is no point of buying this car for me because I live in Russia. It's rear-wheel drive and I don't want to drive such car in winter. Same as I don't want to be a loser in the streets. Such a car is just impossible to be driven slowly, but at the same time, it's impossible to beat AMGs, M5s or Audi's RS. I'm not ready for such an embarrassment. Same as I'm not financially ready to buy a car for more than $1 million or 2 or 3 or 5. I'm not gonna do that. For all this time in Dubai, I had so much fun with these automobiles. I played with these toys for such a long time that I made up my mind I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini. Why not a Ferrari? Well, the SF90, for example, is a wonderful car and a hybrid, but it's got the poorest quality of assembly. It's got so many fuck-ups, and that's the kind of attitude I don't appreciate at all. Because I'm about to buy a diamond for my garage, a cherry for my cake top, and I want it to be perfect for such amount of money. But the Ferrari SF90 stands really far away from that level, and I know I'm gonna regret if I buy it. That's why for all our donations, we're gonna buy neither a Pagani, nor of course any Bugatti Divo. We're gonna get our donations for a Performante or a Porsche. Well, the Porsche costs 1.7 million, dude. No fucking way we're gonna accumulate so much.